Hello. Today I will be going over my solution for LeetCode 1070, which is Product Sales Analysis 3, and I will be going over the pandas version of the question. So in this question, we have a table called sales with the columns sale ID, product ID, year, quantity, and price. And you can see an example here. And the combination of sale ID and year is like the primary key for this table. All right. So basically what we want to do is write a solution to find all sales that occurred in the first year each product was sold. For each product ID, identify the earliest year it appears in the sales table, and then return all sales entries for that product in that year. Return a table with the following columns: product ID, first year, quantity, and price. And we can return the result in any order. All right. So the approach here is we're going to generate a second table. Let's just call it df. And it's going to be the result of grouping by the product ID. Right? And then, so for each product, we want to identify the earliest year. So for each product, we can uh, accomplish the for each product part with the group by and identify the earliest year. So in pandas, that would be slicing year, just getting the minimum. So this data frame will basically be the earliest year for each product ID. And now notice the output. We have a column called first year, and it's not in year. So what we want to do to make sure the formatting is correct is just rename. Oops, that's not how you spell rename. Rename year to first year. Not gonna write that out. Okay. And here's where the magic happens. What we want to do is actually join, pretend we're in SQL, right? We'll select all from sales and then do an inner join with this group by. And it's going to join on rows where the year from sales, which is the original table, matches the first year from the group by. And it's also going to have, because remember, sale ID and year is the primary key combination. But we're actually going to use product ID for this one. So we also want to make sure that the product IDs are matching, because we don't want to match, for example, let's say that product ID 100 was also sold in 2011. We don't want to keep that row in, even though the 2011 would match the first year of product ID 200. That's not correct because it has to be the same product ID. Okay. So once we get this resulting data frame from the join, we only want these four columns. So what we can do is slice the result and only use the correct columns. And then that should be the solution. So let's code this up. So let's just make an informative name. It could be first years. And we want to group by product ID and slice the year and get the minimum for each group by. So that's taking care of the for each product ID identify the earliest year it appears in the sales table, right? And then just for formatting, we want to rename the year of this first year's data frame, rename that column to first year. So first years equals first years dot rename. And the way rename works is you pass a dictionary of columns where the key is the original column name and the value is the new column name. So in this case, year is turning into first year. And now we have the resulting data frame, which is going to be the result of merging, or this is like a SQL inner join. Yeah, so you merge sales and first years. And the matching key for sales is going to be the combination of product ID and year, and that needs to match with the combination of product ID and first year from the first year's data frame. And we want to do an inner join. Let's see. I think I forgot. As index. We want to keep this as false to prevent formatting errors in the group by. Okay, and then we can just return the result sliced with the 4 columns that the output format requires. And let's run this on a test case. Nice. All right, let's submit and hopefully it should work. Let's go. And we also got a good runtime.